Hello everyone, welcome again to this second part of the installation of Bootstrap inside a React project. If you haven't seen the first video, please go and see how everything is installed and what is the difference between React Bootstrap and the other types of Bootstrap that we can find in the wild. And this part of the tutorial we will focus in the components that are at our disposal in React Bootstrap, and how to use these components. We will start using the buttons as an example, and then we will move into more complex components. So the first thing you need to understand is that this documentation, if you go to react-bootstrap.github.io, you will find all the pieces and parts of the document. So I will highly just suggest you to read this documentation and have it in hand to work with your project. The most basic thing in Bootstrap are the buttons, and it's a good place to start. So in Bootstrap we have different types of buttons. We have buttons with different colors, and we have buttons with outlines. Also we have buttons that are large and buttons that are small. And the idea is obviously to have certain buttons that can be helpful for your design, and maybe modifying a little bit the CSS to make it work within your design. So the first thing you will notice is that you have this modifier that is called variant, and this variant will allow you to create the different styles of buttons. So for example, the buttons that are the basic buttons that are in blue are called primary. The ones in green are called success. The ones in gray are called secondary, and danger, etc. This color pattern will be repeated all over Bootstrap. So for example, if you're trying to also create an alert, for example, you will find the same key colors. For example, primary for blue, for the main one, info for pale blue, success for a green, etc. No? So let's see this in work. So if we create a button inside our project and we call it primary, and we save this, we will see that we will have a button that it's blue and it says primary, and it works like a regular button, a button created in HTML. So if we change in here the content of the text, it will change. So if we put a very long phrase in here, it will look like this. And if we want to change the color, let's change the variant, and the variant, let's make it green, and we said that green was success, and now the button is green. Okay. As I mentioned in the previous tutorial, you have to import first the button that we are gonna be using. So we have to import from React Bootstrap the button. Everything is inside your node modules folder, but you don't have to touch anything in the node modules. It will go automatically to here. And if we want to modify, I will suggest you also have in hand the documentation of Bootstrap, the Get Bootstrap documentation, because it will give you more details in the CSS that is going on in here. So as you can tell, the class that we are using, if we use the inspector, we will see that we are using a class that it's called btn success, and a class that it's called btn. So we can change this class in our app CSS or in any CSS that we want to add. So we can change the color. For example, if we are using success, maybe we can change this color. We don't want them to be like this kind of green that give us Bootstrap, no? So we can change the background maybe to a gray color, because you want to change the success button to gray. And we have to do background color button success. Something is not working. Maybe I am copying wrong the name of this. Yes, it was a double C. So now that we can tell that the background is changed, and obviously the hover state, it isn't changed, the on-click state, it isn't changed, the bordering isn't changed. So you need to modify a lot of CSS to change the basic components. But you don't have to do a lot of work by creating the different types of components. So this is only for the buttons. And in the next session, we are gonna take a look on a very powerful feature of Bootstrap, that is the grid system. And let's go to the grid system in the next tutorial. Thank you very much, guys, and have a wonderful day.